supposed to be.
So
basically, let me give you guys a recap, innit? What happened was Christmas came, and then unfortunately Kobe Bryant passed away. But you know, we were supposed to shoot a podcast then, but something happened.
No, we did shoot it.
We did shoot it.
But
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, the file.
It messed up, and then lockdown came, and some people in this room got scared. So
everyone got scared.
So we weren't allowed to come into this house.
Nice.
No.
First of all, that's not the story at all. But bro, why?
I saw you were the one that said that.
Yeah, bro.
Silent, bro.
Anyway, look, this episode has to be about the last 6 months, 5 months,
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah, 3 months, bro.
No, because
Lockdown.
what is it?
6
We're
months
going.
in.
We're
We're
6 months in, yeah.
Oh, 2020.
It
Oh,
was somewhat.
So it's like we've got to cover the whole 6 months of work.
Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you're all doing well.
Nah, you already said that in the last one.
Yeah,
You said that in the last one.
yeah, but that didn't get shown, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did get shown.
This is what I'm saying. We're us lot out of the loop.
Man, listen.
This
This episode's this is not even about any particular subject, bro. This is just to get back, right?
That's
The
right.
mad one.
And we're happy to be back.
Yeah, bro.
We're happy to have you guys here watching us, joining us on the
Listening.
first episode of 2020.
Which is a madness because we are slacking.
Hard. So we get back, bro. We bring it back, innit?
We're gonna have
Leave that.
episodes weekly. We're gonna have episodes weekly. We've agreed that consistency will be a big part of what is gonna be happening for us. We're not just gonna start slacking again. Fam, what actually happened?
Bro, we fell off, man. That's what
hard,
we did.
bro.
Listen,
Bro,
up now, man.
this year, fam, after Kobe died, the year went to shit.
Yeah, no, it's been a mad one. What happened first? So like,
Kobe died.
and then what happened? What Corona popped up straight after that?
Nah, when we were all free.
Yeah, Brexit.
That's what it feels.
We had Brexit, Corona.
Brexit, Corona, that near war.
Fam.
First of all, bro, look, let me ask you man a question, yeah?
Yeah. Kanye West became a billionaire.
Oh yeah, we wanted to
Yeah.
chat about that too.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
And Kim K. Kim
I thought it was
K.
just Kim.
I don't care about Kim, but for Kanye, it's lit. But I don't like him still. But still, his money's nice.
You
A
hear
whole
that
bill.
excuse?
Man's got a whole bill.
You hear that excuse?
What?
Why he's supporting Trump and that?
Yeah, that's bollocks.
Bro, like,
Till I see
he
the-
believes it. That's what kills
No,
me.
I don't believe it.
Has
I
to.
don't believe it. But you know, if it was true, it'd be so lit, bro. All the Kanye haters could shut their mouths. Because you know what levels that is?
Bro, who did he help though?
I don't know their names. Like,
Nah, he
No one knows that. It's just BS statements and that.
John, James, and Josh. I don't know.
Like, I don't believe that at all, bro. I don't. What
No,
do you
I-
mean? So what? He bum fam. I was just thinking. Did you watch that Netflix thing with Epstein?
Oh shit, yeah.
Wow, and Donald Trump was going to the island. You ain't seen this?
Bro,
No,
man, you've
no,
not seen
no,
it.
what's
So
that?
Oh my
Epstein-
gosh, bro.
Wait, what was it? He was like some sort of.
He's like somehow he's a mad billionaire.
Yeah.
Well, millionaire. True.
Who?
Going on billionaire.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's a whole docu-series about him, innit? So basically, my guy had like obviously invested in like multi-million projects, innit, for other millionaires as well. And then he had bought his own private island, and he's a big paedophile basically, innit? And he used to have like a whole.
Fam, he
connect
basically,
of
do
pedophiles.
you know what a pyramid scheme is?
Yeah.
He basically did that with paedophilia, bro.
Yeah.
What? So he was like.
He recruited a young.
I don't know why you're pointing at me. If that's Come on, dude.
Oh, he recruited one young girl, done things with her, then got her to go recruit other young girls.
Man said
Yeah.
recruit.
Yeah.
What?
I'll
So you're
give
telling
you-
me?
He was like, I'll give you P, like you do things with me, and then if you find someone who else is on it, bring them in, and then he'd say the same thing to them. So he'd have bare young girls like just come to him and like do things.
Oh man,
Bro.
so what? It's like once you beat all the pedophiles in the game, you get to the final boss and it's
Bro,
him.
he's the boss.
Fam,
Nah,
he's
the boss.
like a paedophile mafia
Bro,
network.
let me
bro.
explain.
So you're thinking the final boss was R. Kelly?
Bro, something like
R. Kelly was dirty.
R. Kelly's like.
He was probably
bro,
on it as
listen,
well.
let me just explain to you what kind of people was going to the island. Bill Clinton. It's Bill Clinton, isn't it?
Yeah, Bill Clinton's in
Which
there.
was the president.
Trump.
Who else do you have there?
Yeah, man.
No, but the thing is, yeah, some people went there by themselves as well, didn't they?
No invitation.
No.
They're
Like,
pulling up to the peak.
They just hollered at him.
I heard this is where the party's at.
That's
Nah, it's not. It's
Bro,
not where the
bare
party's
bare
at.
people rolled up there, yeah.
But bro, there's bare big names, like Donald Trump is one of them. He's
Government
visited this
people
island
as
enough
well.
times.
Man.
And he was friends with this guy, and obviously now he's acting like he's not.
Yeah.
But the thing is, obviously my guy got exposed. The women came forward, but he ends up.
That Prince Andrew, innit?
Yeah, Prince Andrew.
Oh,
Prince
yeah,
Andrew,
the guy from
He's
the
straight
market,
up.
yeah.
That's obvious.
Yeah, 100%, man.
But what I'm saying to you is that he was friends with Donald Trump, bruv, and Donald Trump's acting like he wasn't involved.
You know when he was getting impeached?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was one of those cases he got caught up in, innit?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
there was
yeah.
photos of him with that Epstein dude and some girls, like young girls, innit?
But the thing is, you've got enough peas, fam. You can make certain things go away, and that's what I reckon.
Yeah, bro, it's
They
true.
killed
But you
him,
know what?
Bro, yeah, they
'Cause-
literally killed
Yeah,
him. Fam,
fact.
the day he hanged himself in his cell, yeah, 2 security guys were meant to be watching him because he was on suicide watch, and there's 2 cameras facing his cell, yeah? Both of them was down, apparently, broken, and the 2 security guys fell asleep.
Fam,
I ain't never
they
seen 2
found
men
him-
fall asleep together, fam.
They found him hung in his cell, innit, saying it's suicide, innit? Bro, it's bullshit.
Man just had to get rid of him. Too much.
This guy knows too much.
Sick.
But see, this is the thing. Like, we're living at the moment in a time of cancel culture. Yeah. But
Explain that.
like so many things are getting like exposed. Like you got Harvey Weinstein for the whole sexual assault, sexual harassment to Hollywood stars. You get in Prince Andrew. You got this Donny here. What's his name?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Fam, his wife was involved in it as well, fam.
Yeah.
Them man, they was moving sick, bro.
And you got Tim Westwood as well. They're trying to cancel Tim Westwood.
Swear down, what, for what?
Oh,
Bro,
for doing things.
Tim Westwood's been doing this for a minute.
He's an old guy though, bro.
He's been doing this for a minute. Fam, imagine
He's been
Tim
doing that
Westwood
as well.
is older than my mum.
You're lying.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he's
Yeah,
60
yeah, yeah.
something, 70 something.
Yeah, my mum was born in.
Big dog!
My mum was born in '68.
Just like some
He was born in like '64.
Swear down.
So like he's older than my mum, yeah, and he's been doing
Did they
things.
date?
Huh?
I'm trying shit. I'm trying shit.
And he's doing things with like girls for like I don't know, like young bruv, like 18-year-olds.
Yeah, but if it's legal, fam. But
I don't even know.
I don't agree with that.
No, but
100%.
if you're like, doing some obviously legal age here, but then you've got consent like taking hand as well. If he's like mishandling them, and all
Yeah,
that,
no,
that's a whole different thing.
real talk, bro. But it's not. The thing is, that it's a weird thing, yeah. But if a girl's 18 and sleeping with a 63-year-old, the 63-year-old's clearly got problems. So.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care what anyone says.
How?
What do you mean how?
How?
Bro, why would I?
Why would the 18-year-old go? Bro,
She's bro, 18.
To be fair, nah, they both have problems, bro.
Nah.
No, that's
Because even if you're doing it for a
You're still a
paycheck,
kid, bro.
yeah, but even
You're a
if
kid.
you're 18 and you're sleeping with someone older for a paycheck, bro, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, cool, whatever. But
Like
at
even
18,
if I'm 18-year-old
bro,
and I've
at
got like a 60-year-old cougar
at 18,
You're
who's
grown,
who's
fam. You're-
paying me
nah, bro.
stacks.
Fam,
There's something wrong with me,
bro,
bro.
at
as
18,
well.
at 18, man are not fully. You're not. They say you're grown, but you're
No,
not, bro.
you're
Just
not,
because you can go
yeah,
get legal,
but-
like,
But you know right from wrong, don't you? You couldn't say no to stuff.
bro, not fully.
Listen,
Not fully.
the way that I look at it,
Because, bro, bare of my friends at 18 that are mature now and doing the correct things. At 18, didn't have a clue what was
Yeah, but
correct.
they didn't have life experience, innit?
Yeah, so what I'm saying,
So
at
you're trying to
18,
tell
if
me-
you're, bro, who's more in the wrong? The 63-year-old or the 18-year-old?
listen, the way I look at it, yeah,
What? How are you
it's
getting
just
to that?
because.
I'll say the
Oh, these
18.
man, listen.
No, bro, are you sick? He's trying to say that 18-year-old is more liable for these kind of things than a 63. Bro, at 63, you've lived your whole life. What? I'm a mature adult. Why would I want to sleep with an immature kid?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. The way I look at it is, you know, just because something is legal, you're at a legal age,
Yeah.
doesn't mean it's right, bro.
Oh,
you
no,
gotta
of
think,
course.
you gotta think about it like this, yeah.
He's trying to blame the 18-year-old.
Back in the day, slavery was
You know
legal.
better, fam.
Slavery was legal back in the day. Doesn't mean it's right.
I'm not saying
You know what I'm saying? No.
What?
No, I'm not saying it is. It's of
Fam,
course it's
what?
not right. I'm just trying to put it.
Yeah,
like,
no, I hear
Get
you.
me cancelled out here. What's going on? You get me? Bringing up slavery and that.
BLM, fam.
Put it
BLM.
back.
But nah, I don't agree with any of that, bro. Like you see, even now at my age, I couldn't date an 18-year-old.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
I couldn't, bro. You've been around an 18-year-old. Do you hear how they chat?
Yeah, bro.
I'm like, bro, you lot need to grow up. Like, I can't deal with it, bro. Like, I find it hard to chill with like 20, 21, 22-year-olds. They're not there yet. Like, they're not. You know, at our age, we start thinking way ahead of life. We need to think, oh, we need to sort this out, that out. We want to get here by the time we're this age. Them ages, you don't even think that. You just think about tomorrow and the turn up.
No, to be fair, I don't mind 20
Life
year old.
experiences, isn't it?
Nah, I can't deal with them, bro.
I
Unless
like
they're
them,
mature.
yeah.
Unless they're mature.
Bro, anything that, 25 and under.
Yeah.
25 and under?
Yeah.
You go for 25 and under?
No,
Okay.
My cut-off point would be from 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a mature 23, 24.
I can't really say because my ex-girlfriend was 22.
What?
So-
Yeah, but that shows.
That
That shows in your maturity.
Yeah.
In my maturity.
Yeah.
In my maturity.
It's because you're really, like, I'm just saying. But never mind.
I've got hope. Never mind.
You got. Oh, what are you lot saying on this corona? Do you reckon it's not as bad as people are making out?
It's a madness.
No, it's definitely it's bad, but the way you gotta look at it is, you gotta give it up for our healthcare, because our healthcare is amazing.
Yeah, NHS.
Like,
we knew this before. It's just
yeah, no,
something
we
to-
always have known this, but you gotta think about in the contrast of these countries who don't have great healthcare. Yeah, they've been affected like mad. Like look at Brazil, bro.
Yeah.
Brazil's healthcare is not very good, and they're in I think they're the most highest hit country.
Yeah, but
The corona?
they have the capabilities of being a good country. It's just the person running it.
Yeah, it's the
Always
corruption.
fucking- Yeah. But I'm sitting like, say for example, Bangladesh, if I'm a rap,
Yeah.
hella people like
There's
even
bare places
undocumented
where it's
people
a
are
rat
getting
though. There's
fucked
bare
over.
places where it's a rat. It's
Yeah.
not. It's any third world country really.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying.
Like Bangladesh, I'd say would have worse than Brazil. Purely, if Brazil had the right person running it, yeah, it could have been
Yeah, I agree.
alright.
I agree, but it's the corruption in it.
Fuck
Corruption.
politics and
It's
that.
deep when you think about it, bro. Like being born in Britain kind of saves you from a lot of BS.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Real talk. I mean, in America, you can't even break your leg, fam, without paying bags.
Money, yeah.
Imagine your leg cost you a G to fix, bro.
Bruv,
The
oh
whole insurance,
my days.
the whole insurance thing's a scam, man.
This is the kind of thing though, like if my kids run on, hey, relax. I can't afford you to be falling over right
This
now.
is why it's
Bubble wrap, bubble wrap. Give them layers and shit.
what is that?
What
Let's
are you
just.
doing, bro?
Hey.
Lex is out there trying to get involved.
Yeah, she's like, yo.
She's talking about the health section.
I think the thing I'm finding mad at the moment though, yeah, is because when they locked us down, they made this big thing about locking down and being real strict, yeah.
Mm.
You know, don't come out of your house basically, yeah.
But do come out of your house.
Yeah, you know what. But at first he was like,
Go for a jog, but don't run.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? At first
Take
he was
2
like,
steps,
I know,
one at a
you know,
time.
we're like, you're talking 2 months. How you going from like shut your effing doors, don't come out your crib, only when you need to, essentials, yeah?
Mm.
Yeah.
And now it's like, yo, bro, go to the shop, 1 meter apart, get your food, get your drink.
Bro, the pubs are open.
You see what I'm saying? So
The pubs are open, the gyms are not open.
yeah, I can't make sense of any of it, bro.
No, because so basically with gyms, yeah, you're working out, you're breathing heavy constantly, innit?
Bare sweat.
Yeah,
Heavy,
yeah, I
constantly
agree with that.
Wiping everything down.
Bro,
it's
what do you
gonna,
think
it's
happens
gonna
at
be
a pub? It's the
Bro,
same
but the
thing.
thing is, but the thing is,
Breathing
at a gym-
heavy, bare sweat.
Yeah. But at a gym, it's more likely to spread than in a pub. I'd
Bro,
say.
I think he's trying to get the economy going again.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how
yeah,
it's
that's
I
what
think
it
it's
is.
not even a. I think there's a. If this is bad as they have made out, yeah, then I believe in myself there has to be a second wave because I've never seen anything where it's contagious. Be like, oh, shut your doors, don't come out, go away within 2 months to the point now man can go shopping and buy Balenciaga like it was normal.
Bro, it's already started like, in Leicester. There's another wave of there's a spike. In
That's what I'm
Of
saying.
course, it's
Yeah.
Leicester, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck Leicester, of
I
course.
didn't even say we love our Leicester fans.
Leicester, shout out.
Yeah, come
You
on.
might got hella corona over
Who
there.
know from Leicester? There's some weird shit happening in Leicester, bro. Every time I've seen Leicester, I see the most wild stuff, like ducks walking around in leashes and shit.
What is that?
Yeah, bro, it's mad.
Let me do that.
Leicester's a weird place, bro. Leicester's a weird place.
So what, do you believe in Corona or not, bruv?
Yeah, yeah.
I said it like a Santa.
I don't know, bro.
If you don't, he's gonna come get you.
I don't know if I don't know if I believe in it. I don't know if I like.
Fam, this hasn't affected you first.
Yeah,
hand,
this is
has
what
it?
I'm saying. But I
Yeah.
know someone now who actually, do you know what kills it? It actually kind of has. My auntie's getting tested now.
My in Brazil, because like I said, in Brazil it's been hit really bad. So my neighbor, so essentially the guy who taught me how to count when I was living there, he just passed away. I think it was last week.
How old
because
is
of
he?
it. He was old. He was getting on.
Scary, bro. Man, just fucking. That's what, bro. This is what I'm saying. So why are they being so lax? It's got to be an economy move. It's got to be.
It is, man.
It's sick though. You're like you can. I'm not saying you need the econ. If the economy collapses, it's a whole different problem. Yeah. it's bad
Yeah.
for everyone.
Yeah, it's a wrap
So-
for the country.
Yeah, 100%. But be selective on what you do. Like, I was upset that they were sending public schools back, but not private schools. Private schools actually have smaller classrooms, more teachers. Yeah. Public schools have more kids, less teachers. So which one's smarter to send back and test out this?
Yeah.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, what are you doing? Are you guinea pigging the kids? Like, is that what you're doing? Seeing what happens when you send them back? It don't matter. You're private school kids.
Yeah.
Rich. Come on. Like, it doesn't even
Okay,
make
like,
sense.
good money and that.
Look, I'm not no flipping economist. I'm not no MP, but I'm not silly and I'm not thick. When you look at things, and I just don't trust them. So you've got to be wary. And you're looking at the news, and I'm like, bro, what are you lot doing? How am I opening the pubs, but keeping the gym shut? Like, pubs, fam, you're gonna have man getting drunk. When you're drunk, you don't care.
The way I look with the gyms is like, you know, you're responsible for your own hygiene, innit? So like, me personally, I can't speak for everyone, and that's probably, I guess, that's one of the main issues.
Some people are grinding.
Because I can't speak for everyone.
Yeah.
But when I go to, even when it started, it's like, I'll wipe down something
that's
before.
common. That's
Yeah,
normal.
I'll wipe down something before I use it.
That's normal.
Yeah.
But I don't think. I
But
think the reason they're keeping.
Some people don't.
I think the reason they're keeping the gyms like closed is because I don't think you do. I mean, the gym, obviously there's big money in gyms, but at the moment, they've got to still act like they're taking precaution. Does that make sense? If they say everything's open,
Oh, well, so you're saying you think it's all a front?
100%, bro, the fucking pubs are opening.
Clubs are going to be open soon as well. I see this.
Bro, do
thing
you know how
for-
sick? Do you let me understand how powerful the pubs are? Yeah, they're restricting the 2 meter distances to 1 meter because a lot of the pubs are saying they wouldn't be able to run with the 2 meter distance. So somehow, because the 2 meter distance wouldn't work in the pubs, the 1 meter distance is okay. All of a sudden, it's
Yeah,
gone
1
from-
meter's fine.
Fam, you know,
Yeah.
2 meters is like me and you.
Yeah.
1 meter is like less than you around. Like it's like a lot, bro. I'm in your face at 1 meter. Like there's no ifs, no buts. If I stand a meter close to you, I'm literally in your space.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you might as well scrap the whole 1 meter. My guy was like this when he was announcing it. He was like 1 meter plus.
What does that mean?
Exactly, bro.
What is an idiot?
What does that just say, like, bro? Just say 1 meter or 2 meters. Man,
This
say 1 meter
people
plus.
ain't gonna be following that regardless, man.
Regardless,
Bro, when you're
bro.
out in the pub and you're waved here, you ain't gonna care.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly. Like and the shopkeepers or like the pub innkeepers, whatever they're called, they're not gonna care, bro. They just want to make peas.
Fam, they was open when they shouldn't have been open.
Yeah, well, you see that one in
Yeah,
the...
yeah.
They had the people hiding in the cupboards.
They was open when they shouldn't
That
have been.
kind of shit that I would do.
Bro,
Like, yo, come in. Shh.
I don't understand why you just get
Like back, you know, back when like Christianity was banned, they used to get in like huts,
Yeah.
and they used to
Basements
put
and shit.
they used to put like a sign on the floor. Yeah, like they put like a half a circle on the floor, and if the other person done the other circle, and he's like, all right, cool.
You can come in.
Yeah.
That's what I say, but there's secret codes in that.
No, but it's 100%. It's a myth. What
Yeah,
you do.
you'll get people outside going,
You see them
"Oh,
lockdown parties?
run for
Nah.
cover."
Oh yeah, what? When it's bare man.
Yeah,
Bro, I don't think
I'm not-
nobody cares about Corona at the moment.
What's that?
Nobody below 30. Nah, nobody below 40 cares about Corona.
I agree with that.
No, I'm gonna say nobody, but a large portion of people.
Most, I'd say 70, 80,
Yeah, I'm
78%.
agreeing. Round up. Like a lot of people said they.
It's because
So like the people in the working NHS, right?
yeah.
They're still being precautious of it. They still keep
I heard there was
having
some
caution.
NHS workers at Bournemouth, fam.
Pardon?
I heard there was some NHS workers at
Yeah,
Bournemouth.
but bro, they're out there anyway.
Bournemouth was a mad thing.
Bruv, oh my days, they
Sure.
left Bournemouth in a
Fam, you know the
disgrace.
toilets were closed, bro. How was
Yeah,
them
people
doing shit,
pissing
fam?
outside
Piss.
doorsteps and all sorts.
Yeah, bro, what is the matter? Why would you go to a joint, yeah? Why would you go somewhere so ram, full of people to go to the beach? Nigga, you can't even get to the beach. Man has a little spot of beach, water with shit floating in it, fam. I'm alright, you know? Like, I'll just go home, bro.
You know what's mad? On that day, yeah, like it was so I didn't even realize it was gonna be that hot. I stepped outside thinking, fam, I should be at the beach. Next thing you know, I'm seeing news. It's rammed. I'm thinking, I'm glad I stayed in.
Yeah,
Fam,
urban
fam.
people planned it already to go to the beach,
You gotta
but they didn't know how many people was going to
Yeah,
turn
yeah,
up.
and you gotta understand, bro. None of the like clubs and bars or whatever are open.
No,
The odd little shop will be open, and like none of the toilets, bro. That's like a big thing. Man can't even go piss normal.
That's
fam.
fucked, man.
Like how are you going to Bournemouth Beach with no toilets?
that's
Yeah,
mad,
man. Sick. Fam.
Bournemouth's my town as well.
Is that what you had uni there?
Yeah, no, I'm master of the
What
Bournemouth.
was it saying?
It's live.
Like, Out the beach.
It's live, yeah.
I hear Brighton's better than Bournemouth though.
Brighton Beach is trash. It's the worst beach. Pebble Beach.
Yeah, Pebble
No,
Beach.
How was the Pebble
Are you gonna
Beach?
say it's nice?
I'm just saying, for a night out, I heard it was lit. I've been there.
I don't know, I've never been out. I've never been.
Let's talk about the beach.
I went there for my 21st, didn't it?
Yeah, what was it? Nice.
It was lit, fam.
Can't
Imagine I
remember
got this rental.
Flashbacks.
I got this rental. I'm breezing on the motorway,
Yeah.
putting my foot down. 120, breezing. You know, like if you get flashed in them speeds there,
Yeah,
the
that's
license
a wrap.
is gone. I got flashed. Imagine that.
No
Flashed
license.
doing 120. No, it never came back.
Oh, I swear.
Bro, I don't know. I'm blessed, fam.
You know what? That happened.
I'm blessed.
I was coming back from. It was an event in London, so I was in a car.
Wait. Side note, don't be speeding, yeah? Speeding's bad. Anyway.
Anyway, so I was coming back from an event in London,
Yeah.
and I was in a car, and my boy Anayo, or Tiny as some people might know him, he was in the yellow car in front, and we were going quick. I was slightly behind, and in between us there was a police car. Yeah?
Oh.
And the police car just went, I slowed down so quick.
What, so your bridge got pulled?
No, it didn't get pulled.
Oh, he just let you lot know?
Yeah, he just let us know that you motherfuckers, I can get you at any time, bro. Anytime, yeah.
See, if you was like that,
He was a bit
if you was like, bro,
Dude,
what colour was your brethren?
I was in the car behind.
What colour was your brethren?
He's Nigerian.
He's black. They
Yeah.
didn't pull him.
Yeah, it was night, bro. So I don't even know.
What's that stuff there, man? The juju.
Yeah.
He must judge, fam.
Go.
He must judge, fam. There's no way.
As soon as the police went, I called him. He was like, bruv, you alright, fam? I need a shit, bruv. Because I saw it, I was like, oh no, fam.
Bro, you know, the police behind you in any situation is nerve-wracking, bro.
Fam, the
I don't know
police
about you
in
lot.
front of you, behind you, on this-
anywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in a whip, you just feel more
Yeah.
inclined to get in nicked, fam. Like,
Fam, I'm constantly, whenever I see him, I'm constantly looking in my room, because I've been pulled up so many times by the police. Whenever I'm seeing, I'm looking in the rearview mirror, like, come on, don't turn around.
nah, we don't, bro. You
Yeah.
see, that's the sickest thing is that, like, if they're behind me, I avoid the rear mirror. I do this, bro. If they're behind me, yeah, if police are behind me, whether it's a bad, yeah.
No, I mean,
Fam,
if they carry on going, like, if
yeah,
I
then
go
I
past
look.
them,
Yeah, then I look. Of
and I'm
course,
like,
to make sure
please.
they're not doing the Yui. That
Yeah.
infamous
Yeah.
Yui. You know when they do that Yui, it's like.
Sure, you see that wheel turn, I'm like, yo, I just speed up,
I'm pulling up now, man.
I'm going to
speed up, hit a corner,
Yeah, I know, bro.
get out of the
They
car.
do that infamous Yui because it's such a bait Yui. They just all of a sudden just they don't do no indication. No, yeah, we're getting this one.
They'll be like,
Sick.
213, we got him.
Bro, it's sick. You know when you see them do it, so you're like, bruv, like it's not in the even. I just want to go to the gym. I just want to go home. Whatever you're doing, you're just trying to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
But when you get pulled, it's a whole different.
Your whole day, bro, it's done.
Fam, especially if you're like, you ain't done nothing, and you get pulled, and now it's like, Mr. Officer, what do you want? You've really got no reason to even speak to me, so I shouldn't entertain you at all. But because you're an officer, I have to.
Yeah.
So now, what do you want? Yeah, how you doing? You alright? Obviously not, mate. It's fucking stop the car for no reason. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole long process because straight away, there's two types of feds that stop you, bro. One that's got a genuine reason for, let's say, concern, yeah? Or one that's just seen for me, a typical whatever and pulled me over, and now he seems to think he can answer me some questions about nothing. Literally, actually, is this your car?
Looking for something,
Bro, imagine this, yeah. So this happened a few years ago. I'm driving. I'm not driving a nice car. I don't even remember what car we were driving at the time. But there's me driving. We have Danny in the front, Josh Raymond, and
Too many
Salon.
black people.
Everyone, bro. Everyone. All we hear behind us is the blue lights flashing. We didn't even know. Everyone at the same time goes, oh.
Yeah, bro. Too many black people, fam. You can't have a car full of bro. I don't roll with black people, fam. But like, if I'm in a car, bro, and there's a bag full of black people, I already know this is suspect getting pulled over. We went from on my own, it's a 70% chance of getting pulled. Black people, it's 95%, 99%. If it's full, every seat is taken. It's just a matter of time. It's whether we see them or not. You know what I'm saying? It's mad,
It's just
bro.
when, bro.
Yeah, it's
when.
mad, bro. It's mad. Like even when they follow you, even if they don't pull you, like I was saying back to what I was saying before, like my way of dealing with it now is to act proper normal as much as I can, more than I would normally. So I mean, if the fence behind me and he's following me, I might turn the music up, I might chill, wind it down. I try and act casual.
More than is anything the matter? Everything's fine. Why would it be wrong?
I'm saying, I try and do it more. Like I might pre a guilt, like you know what I'm saying, just to try and act
you're not
normal.
bothered enough.
Yeah, like, and then it's like
but them kind of, if you do that, yeah, then you get them fans that don't get the satisfaction of pulling you over, aren't it? They want to start sitting with you.
Yeah, bro.
That's
That's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying. There's always one or two fences, and the one that pulls you over for maybe, I wouldn't even agree with it, but he might have a slight concern of something. He's still profiling, naturally, like what all these police officers do, or most of them, but there's the one that he literally wants to pull you over to make
He's
just
just looking for
dickhead of
something,
the day. Like, man will pull you over and ask you, is this your car? Brother, I'm in the car. Like, it's got to be mine or something attached to me, otherwise I wouldn't have stopped. Why would I stop if it wasn't, but I've stolen it and I'm stopping? Like, no, like I'm not, you know what I mean? Anyway.
I always think about this situation. What if I'm, like, I haven't stolen a car, but if I ever were to steal a car, and like, what do I do, bro?
I always say,
run, bro.
if you've committed a crime and if you committed a crime and there's a chance you can get away, yeah, you might as well commit another one. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. So like, you might as well do two in one.
Just let him get to the window and then drive off.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to do that.
Let me tell you the story. So,
But like, yeet!
let me tell you
Someone already in the car waiting.
Let me tell you the story. I'm not going to use names, yeah, because it's flames. But so I've just passed my test, and I'm in the block chilling, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was with a couple of friends and my brother, and two of my older friends called me, and their man are a bit tipsy, drinking, but they're driving. They're like, bro, we need a lift to town. We don't want to drive to town. Drive the car to town, yeah, and then drive it back, pick us up, type thing. Yeah. I was like, say nothing, I'll drive you, yeah. I've just passed. I'm thinking, yeah, I want to drive a car, yeah. I get downstairs, bro. It's a Q8, big thing.
You're driving a Q8?
Fam, big
when you
thing.
just learned how to pass?
Bro, don't get too started. I'm driving before that anyway, but so these men know that, and it's like, it's a big car. You got to remember, these times there I was like slim, like young looking, proper looking young.
The seats just hugged you.
Yeah, bro, the biggest car you could get for me, like next to a Range Rover or something. It's a big car, yeah. So I'm in the driver's seat. It's automatic. I'm already feeling like small in the car. Bro, we come out, take a left, take a right. The first right we take, feds.
Bam.
Fam, we're driving, they blue light, yeah? There's no insurance, I've got no insurance, fam. Losing my license right now.
Pass last week!
Yes, bro. Yes, I'm losing my license right now. I'm thinking, I was saying that these men are, don't stop, there's a chick in the car, you need to stop. These men are like, don't stop, like, no, they're like, stop, but just pull up. Chatting shit. I'm like, fam, look, I knew where I was, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna take this left. There's an alleyway with a gate that's locked at a certain time. Yeah. I'm busting the alleyway and I'm jumping the gate, yeah? And he's like, I'm not losing my license, fam. I literally just got it, yeah? I bust the left. I pull up. The car's automatic, so if you leave it in drive, it just kept going. Bro, so I slowed down, acting like I'm gonna stop, yeah? The feds pull up. They get out of the car, like as they're getting out of the car, I've jumped out of the car and I'm acting like, what's the problem, officer, yeah? Douche, man. The cars kept driving, yeah? This is how sick it was, I swear, bro. God had me that day. The cars kept driving. As I've gone over the fence, the cars come in front of the fence and my Donny pulled the car up there. So I stopped in front of the fence, so the fence can't even get to the fence. I've lit the fence and I just ran, yeah? running. I know there's some like communal flats where I'm going, yeah? So I've ran into the communal flats, got into the flats, and I'm hidden the area covered in the flats. You know, like where they keep all the boxes and shit. I'm just hidden there, fam. Panicking, man. Breathing, you know, I'm thinking, shit. Yeah, I'm shook, yeah? Bro, I found my brothers. My brothers are sat at yard, well, my brother and Ben are sat at home, and mine, yeah? And I'm like, yo, trying to explain to them, these men are high as fuck, fam. High as fuck. Just laugh. Trying to get them to ring my brother, telling him the situation, panicking obviously, but still I'm hidden. And I'm thinking, you know, it's a matter of time before the feds pull up or whatever. Get me a taxi. She get me a taxi, I'm in a taxi, they ain't gonna pull the taxi over. Or I'll wait for about 20 minutes, half an hour, no taxi. Right? Yeah, I swear to God, bro. No taxi, yeah, so I'm like, what do I do? Yeah, I can't stay here because if someone comes or whatever, I'm just thinking, I should have just stayed there, but anyway, so I've decided I'm going to run home, yeah?
Wait, where were you?
Bro, so I lived, you lot know where I am now. I lived there, I'm over here, literally.
All right.
So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, it's that close, yeah. It's that close, yeah. So I'm thinking that I can make it home like with a full sprint. I've been going gym, you know. I've got a full sprint
from there, so
yeah. But I'm thinking I'm going to take all the back ways that I know, yeah. So I know there's an allotment, yeah. But it goes downhill, yeah. So like it's like a weird allotment. It's all downhill. So I jumped the fence to the allotments. I managed to come out the communal flats, run to the fence, yeah. Which is about 5, not too far from me.
Some GTA
Jump the fence, bro, yeah. The fence is all like once I jump the fence, all the like it's swamp. It's fucking swamp. I swear to God, it's swamp, bro. I've got brand new kicks on, everything fresh. Yeah? I've jumped in the swamp. The shit's coming up to here, bro. Like up to here, yeah. It's like I'm going like this. I managed to get out the swamp. I'm on the other side now. There's an alleyway to where I live. Literally, alleyway. I run through the alleyway a little bit further than my home. So I'm running through this alleyway, I see the feds go, pull up, yeah. I keep running, yeah, I'm not stopping. Trying to get to the block. I know once I'm in the block, I'm safe, yeah. I'm running, bro. I swear to God, like the fatigue I was feeling, you know, the panic, like it's game over, yeah. So, bro, I'm running to my block, right. As I'm running across the thing, I see this car coming, it's got a light, I'm thinking, I'm cool. It's game over, yeah. Thinking this is it, I'm nicked, yeah. Fucking black cab. I was like, yes, bro. Get in, safe. That's it. Story done. Managed to avoid losing my license again.
Oh, dude.
Come on, fam.
Again.
I should have lost it when I was speeding, yeah. Like that was.
Oh, on M-word.
Oh
yeah. So I almost lost my license twice, but never. But that time, when you say I'm running from feds, bro, like that was me running from feds.
To give someone a lift.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Bro, I would have been vexed with them. It's like, I told you,
Bro,
you guys have been
my guy called me the next day. He was all upset because he had to get his car at the impound. I was like, fam, if you would have got caught drink driving, it would have been worse for you, no? You know what I'm saying? Like they can't nick you for someone running. It was that was it. That was it, fam.
Bro, the conversation would have been mad. Like, why you lot sat in the back?
I think he did get nicked. Yeah, I think him and my brother got nicked. Not the girl, obviously, but yeah, it was mad, bro.
Of course.
Mad. Literally, turned one corner after getting out of my road. To the right, that was it, feds. And I'm like this little guy in a car.
Stress.
Is it one big You know when you're in the arcade and you're like, bro,
I'm telling you, you know, like all of us would have, because we've all gone, oh, feds.
everyone looked at it like, oh shit.
It was a rap, bro. It was a rap. Mad thing. But yeah, that's the 2 times, basically. Almost lost my blood to get a license. But now, I'm proper on point when it comes to driving. Don't speed, all of that. Still get pulled over.
Still get pulled over, yeah. That's not gonna go away anytime soon.
That's gonna happen all the time.
That's
What do
gonna.
you not think of that BLM, fam?
Fam, it's good.
What do you mean?
Actually happening.
Like, obviously, it's
What do I think of Black Lives Matter? It's good, yeah.
Nah, but don't you think we actually need some sort of leadership?
But what, like?
A leader of it, or 2 or 3, 4, 5.
No,
For
there's
the
a
whole
goal.
Black Lives Matter movement?
No. Because
Yeah.
you can't have someone
Yeah,
piloting.
you can't have like.
Because they'll twist it to their agenda, fam.
Yeah,
if you
but
have a figurehead, they're going to twist it to their own agenda.
This is a political move, right?
It's not.
Well, not.
It's
in
a civil
sense.
rights
Yeah,
move.
it's civil rights, but it's a political move to get the rights that we deserve, to get our Black Lives Matter.
No.
It is, bro. Fam, listen.
What politician is supporting?
Because who runs the police, bro? Politicians. Who governs and funds the police? Politicians.
Yeah.
So it's a political move. It has to be, because if it's not, then what are we asking for? If we're not asking for you to restructure your policing, because that's how it all started, restructure your system.
Yeah, but I'm on about that. What politicians actually support Black Lives Matter? There's probably 1 or 2 that I can think of off the top of my head. But
No, I'm not. That's what I'm saying.
Nah,
This
it's
is
not
why we
One
need
of them figurehead
leadership.
politicians.
But it's like
doing
not the
anything.
high profile ones are.
Yeah.
So
No, but this is why we need leadership, because to get change and to get things moving, you need a point of contact. And right now, if you wanted to speak to the Black Lives Matter, you could only go to a protest. You couldn't speak to an individual that represented Black Lives Matter or represented the people.
right, there isn't anyone like not associated, assigned. There isn't anyone assigned to like.
The organisation.
Like a Martin Luther King, a Malcolm X.
No, but I mean like in workplaces. So say for example, you know when you come in, if you go to a new job, for example, they'll do a whole, this is how you deal with people with mental health. They do like mental health training. They do like people with autism. They do training like that. There should be a training involved in the system to teach you against discrimination.
Yeah, 100%. They
Like
need
that.
to restructure
Yeah.
their system.
The fact
it's a
that
systematic.
has to be pointed out is just ridiculous.
It
Nah,
is.
but bro, you've got to understand
So
what.
let me teach you about not discriminating.
Fam, most of the-
You're a dickhead.
Yeah, but bro, most of the countries that are in a good. Watch that pillow, Mike, innit? On the mic. It just keeps knocking it, it's making a noise. Most of the countries that we're talking about, like that discriminate the most against Black Lives Matter, are built for a lot of them are built on Black lives, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Slavery, which made them a lot of money, trade, whatever, yeah, cotton picking in America, such and such and so forth, yeah. What I'm saying is, for us to reform it, it literally needs to start at the top where it started, which is the governments, which is the people that are governing the countries. So we need a leader, or one of our people within their system that represents us and stays with us, not just goes in their system and starts to get his own agenda.
That's the problem we're having at the moment. When you look at the cabinet of the Prime Minister, there isn't
They got
a
Asian,
black person. Yeah, there isn't a black person in there. They've got Asian, but there's person of colour, but that doesn't represent.
It just doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't represent.
That Asian person or those Asian people don't represent any ethnicity except the
Yeah.
current people
Yeah.
in that cabinet.
Yeah. It's
Because they are literally just token people, fam.
yeah, they are.
Like
They're
the
just
way
already
they-
sold
yeah,
out.
They're literally
You're
token
already
people,
sold
fam.
out.
They're just
You need
brown
this what I'm
faces.
saying, for us to make real change. Like, it's good what's happening, because what it shows is that especially what I've seen is that there's a lot of different races and cultures that are with it. Does that make sense? It's not just like when you used to look at civil rights back in the day, you'll just see black people marching and you could spot the white people.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? You could see, look, there's like 10 white people there lit, and you were like, yeah, them man are rapping.
Yeah.
Now when you see it, it's multicultural.
Because it's a common theme. Like originally, if you think about it, like police brutality or police like dominancy,
Yeah.
that's like a common theme between all races. Not everyone likes the police.
Nah, it's true.
Yeah,
but
because
even it's
the
not
way
just
they act.
I think Black Lives Matter
But
is
like-
not just about police either.
No, but that's originally
Yeah, where
it stemmed from. innit?
it's always the
But
thing is police
yeah.
brutality is always the ignition. It's always the spark.
Yeah,
That
but
makes
that's
people do
for
something.
a main place to start. I'd say would be the policing, innit?
Yeah,
To
well,
stop
it needs to-
discriminating and being.
Bro, just what we
oppressive.
talked about a minute ago, where we can just get pulled.
Yeah.
But it's not just in the police thing. Obviously,
No, it's
there is the
everywhere.
policing, but what it needs to be is in a system.
System.
And I mean like from the government, the politicians, the cabinets, all the way down to the school systems, bro.
Everything.
Yeah,
Like
but-
everything.
Bro, they don't even
No,
teach
bro.
our real history. They
No,
really don't.
my
fam.
point
You know,
is-
bro,
yeah.
this is sorry to butt in.
No,
But when you talk about black history, yeah, from my self-education of reading now, I understand that there's a lot more to it than I even knew. Yeah. As a young black kid, I used to literally think our history was slavery. I didn't even know we was kings and queens and we brought all these things into the world. I didn't know this.
I feel like I first started getting into that, knowing that there was more to it, by listening to hip hop.
Yeah, well, of course you get
That
awakened to it.
just that awakened like the
Yeah, of
whole-
course. Well,
They awakened the history for me.
they are the speakers for a lot of the majority in my culture.
Mhm.
Hip hop is what you would say now at the moment is the only way to. Well, it's hard, but real hip hop artists are the only way to get a lot of the truth. Well,
Yeah.
it was at
Nas, I
one
was
point.
thinking
Yeah,
Nas.
it was at one point.
Yeah.
Now it's some little pump and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, it's all about fucking.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the whole system in general, yeah, the whole setup and the way it's set up, like he was saying, down to the schooling,
Yeah.
it's not the truth it doesn't inspire any black person.
To do better.
You know what I'm saying? Because even if let's say you're teaching black history in school, you're going to teach them about Martin Luther King, you're going to teach them about Malcolm X. To inspire to be like them, what was their ending?
Yeah. But at the same time, okay, so you're teaching them about Martin Luther King, you're teaching them about Malcolm X, but you're teaching them like what were they fighting for? They were fighting for equality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do we?
About struggle?
If you're teaching them now or this time, then what's going on? This happened like 50 years ago, bro.
Like,
Why are you still teaching me this now?
It should have been changed by now.
Yeah.
Not only like
And it was-
trying to fight for equality, but it's always you're getting taught about struggles. And
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're not being
and
taught
that
about the good
puts an
stuff.
impression on your
of the
life. Bro.
history.
I'm telling you right now, as a black kid, like I've dealt with racism from young. Like around my area where we used to live, we used to fight with these families around there because of the colour of our skin. This is
Yeah.
what it started over, but it was probably something less political. But that's what it did. That's what the the layer, one of the layers were. I would say there was more to it, but that's what one of the layers were. The colour of my skin would cause a problem. So I don't think there was racist in the sense that they hated black people, but they're racist in the sense is that they think they're different than black people. They're better than black people. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
There's people that hate black people, then you've got racists that say, oh, like, no, they're cool, but we're better.
Because if you see them now,
okay, like ignorant people.
They don't see you on the same level.
See, but there's also the two different types of racists. So there's the racist that knows or thinks that black people ain't shit, and then there's the ignorant racist who
just thinks he's better.
Yeah, or essentially they don't know anything about black people. They were just taught.
I think there's different types in it. There's not just two, but there's many different factors that makes a person ignorant to any sort of difference. But with race, especially when you're talking about race, you have to stand. I'm mixed race, yeah. I'm white and black, but I'm black skinned. If you want, that's what people would class it as, right? But me, personally, I just class myself as black. But what I've learned is that when it comes down to a certain walk of life as a white person, yeah, if you're from, let's say, humble beginnings, not a lot of money, and you grew up in public schooling or whatever, and you're around the multicultural people, you don't have share that same ignorance as some white people. Right. But if you're from a different part of town where the school's mostly white, hardly any black people, probably no black people, if you're from a more privileged white life or whatever, then you don't even realise that you're being that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You don't even realise that you naturally are being racist, but you don't realise it. Does that make sense?
You know what, with that, there's two little divides on that one. So you got the wealthy white people, who I would say will be pompous to the fact that
it's that bit before that though, man.
But it's that shift in the demographic. So there's the pompous white people who they see like someone of color and be like, oh this, oh that, and then there's the ignorant, poor, not well off racists. That have
like
hate
pub
in their heart.
geezers and whatnot.
Like what? Yeah,
Like them man are just beyond ignorant. You know what I'm saying? You see what happened when Ashley Inks. Did you see that when he was putting up? I don't know if you know him on Instagram. There was a bunch of white people at one protest, and they were shouting racist slurs at a bunch of people that was doing a protest in the UK. Yeah. And then he had one of them on his chat. What's it called? Instagram Live. Yeah. Ashley Inks is a public figure on Instagram. And on Instagram Live, and the guy goes, I'm not racist though, mate. I'm not. I was just standing with them as I'm walking down, and they was like they was going to go knock down some statues, and they can't knock down my statues, mate. On a normal day, he doesn't give a fuck about the statues. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But because he's with a bunch of lads, you know what I'm saying? That's that ignorant. You know what I mean? He probably wouldn't call someone a nigger on a normal day, but when he's with the right people, he probably would. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like, just an ignorant follow fool. He's following
like a sheep.
Yeah.
So like with obviously because there's this divide, or I feel like people are moving away from this divide now. So there was the Black Lives Matter people, and then there was the All Lives Matter people.
I hate that.
Nah, bro, I hate it.
You know what that's like saying to me when people say all lives matter? Because I've seen what I've seen, mostly white people are saying it. So like it's literally like saying if I say Black Lives Matter and then someone goes White Lives Matter, it's just another word of you saying nigga, you don't matter. That's how I look at it.
But so check this out. Imagine you're with your girl, yeah. Yeah. And you're going at her, yeah. And she goes, listen, and you're beating her, yeah.
Beating. Bro, let's just get growing, man, making love to the team.
And you're having sex with her.
What are you on about? Man's like going at her. You're going at her, you're beating her.
Listen, bro. You're going at her, yeah. And you're like, oh, do you like this dick? And she goes, I like all dicks. You're like, bro, how is that going to make you feel? Imagine.
Bro, you took a piss with that.
But that's what it's like. That's what it's like, essentially.
No, but don't compare it like that.
No, I'm not going to, but that's essentially...
There was
analogies of that.
There was one of
house ones.
The houses.
Yeah,
building.
you've seen that one. The house is burning.
On fire. What about my house?
Yeah, all houses matter. You know, the house is burning goes like all house. That's how silly it is. Your one was mad. That was mad. Because if she said that, like, that's a whole different thing. What do you mean? What she say? All dicks matter. You're sick for that.
But something else that I wanted to ask you specific, actually. So, obviously, you just mentioned it earlier on. You're mixed race, but you're dark skinned.
I'm black.
You're black skinned, yeah. So you associate yourself with black.
I can't.
As black.
I've never felt what it's like to be white.
Right.
Not one day in my life have I ever felt like what it's like to be white.
So Camille, because
Yeah,
he's like fair skinned.
Yeah, he can probably pass for more of a.
But would you still class him as black?
That I would ask him to class himself where he wants to. You know what I mean? I wouldn't ask him to say what colour he is or whatever. I think Camille is he's mixed race in the sense that he's got different coloured parents.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's not white and he's not black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like my daughter. Like my daughter's white, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm her dad.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
get
I'm
what you're
saying?
saying.
So like,
See, this is the whole
no, I
thing.
just think what you've got to understand. This is why, like, when it comes down to these things, I think deeply on it.
Yeah.
Because my daughter's going to have a very different perspective on life than I ever had. You know what I'm saying? But also, she's going to be very attached to black.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's going to be very offensive if someone's disrespectful to it. And some people, you can probably tell as she gets older, she's going to have black features.
Yeah.
And she probably will have maybe a little bit darker skin than some other white people, but at the moment she's very light skinned, she's white.
Yeah.
So she's going to have a very different outlook on life, and I think it's a good representation of where the world should be heading. If you look at my family, of what the world it could look like. It's not that bad, mate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's true.
There's a daughter, I'm going to have a daughter that is basically, will be not fully, but she'll be able to understand what it's like to be black, but she's white, so she can understand that concept of things and be able to relate to certain people that might not understand if not. Does that make sense?
No,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
So I've been so obviously I'm from Brazil, obviously, as you guys know, and so the way my family structure is set up, my mum is mixed with black and native Brazilian.
Swear down.
Yeah.
My nigga.
And then my dad, which I never met, so he was mixed with native Brazilian and probably like black and a little bit of Portuguese. So I've been told.
Where the fuck's your light skin come from?
Well, see, that's the thing. So then I'm mixed race in a mixed race parenthood.
You're a mongrel.
Yeah, but basically, but that's what most Brazilians are.
Yeah.
They're like a shade of each.
Not slaves.
Bro,
slaves. You are probably got a lot of black in you more than you think, fam.
So, but this is the thing, right? So it's been a whole struggle with me, and it's not recently that I really started questioning. I've been questioning it before, but it's not like it's been brought to light. Like, where do I fit in this whole kind of situation? And so, like, I had a really deep conversation with my mum about it and everything. And the first thing I asked her is like, Mum, what do you class yourself as? Show yourself, I'm black. And I was like, just by her saying that, like, kind of gave me identity.
Ah, I get you.
Right? Because it's not a conversation that I've ever had with her before.
Yeah.
Like, I just took being Brazilian for being Brazilian. Yeah, but because there's so many different
I think,
terms
me
here and
personally,
there.
I think if me and you was rolling together and like we're just out on the road, they're just going to think you're light skinned.
Yeah. But then that's like, I would say like I'm mixed, I'm lighter skinned, but then after having a conversation with my mum, I know where I fit in the spectrum.
Yeah. Sorry, what's that noise?
So outside, fucking
I was gonna say, can you hear that?
Yeah.
I don't want to cut you off, innit? But
No, that's a good outlet though, man. What you just said. I think the thing about race, yeah. I've never been able. You know when people say, "Oh, I don't see colour." It's a myth. You see colour.
That gets me mad when people say
that. It's bullshit statement.
I was having a beef with the Instagram dude, innit? Yeah, saying, "Oh, mate, I don't see colour." I'm like, big man. When you see a black guy and a white guy, yeah, and you see the black guy, you're automatically gonna see his colour. Don't tell me you can't see colour.
That's what I'm saying. Like it just
depends on your prejudice. If you choose to go through,
you can look past the colour.
Yeah. Well, bro, you don't even need to look past it. You can just see the colour, and it is what it is.
It is.
It's not an adding factor to be worried, scared, or anything else extra. You know what I'm saying? It should just be okay. There's Howney. There's K. Yeah. So yeah, what I'm saying is that it shouldn't be a factor. It is a factor in some cases. Of course, if you do a crime, they're going to use that to describe you. That's obvious. So you can't not see colour. But what it is like, for example, with my family, it's like we are so multicultural. Like my mum's white, my dad's black. I go to my white side, and they're proper like privileged white people. Like all my white side are like put it this way, my mum's surname at one point was like the first people to have a car in the UK, and you know that, like it's proper like a family tree of white people that you can follow the history of, and
Right.
it was like sirs and madams and shit, yeah?
Yeah.
And my black side, you follow the tree and it's somewhere to Jamaica, we get lost in slavery, you can't find us, basically, yeah?
Yeah, but that's the same with.
See what I'm saying? So like, it's proper multicultural, different backgrounds, different histories, everything, yeah? And it gets down to obviously me and my kids now. My son is light skinned, my daughter's very fair skinned. Or well, I would say white, me personally, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People would say she's light skinned, whatever. So what I'm saying is that it shouldn't matter in how you go about your day-to-day life. Of course, colours can be seen, but it shouldn't have an added factor in whether they're going to be able to prosper or not.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. In society at the moment, if you're darker skinned or if you're black, even if you're Latino, whatever, if you're just of a different ethnic minority to a lot of people, or ethnic majority, sorry, to a lot of people, then it does have a massive factor on your life. It means you in America, you are 1 in 3 black people will go to jail, which is way too high. And the fact that you can get thrown in jail for smaller crimes over there is crazy. In the UK, I think it's 4 or 5 times more likely to be stopped and searched if you're black. You know what I'm saying? And that's, whether you want to take the statistics for what are, it's because they're from certain boroughs and they're more violent, it shouldn't be a factor.
So imagine this, right? When I was a bit younger, when I had, I won't say names obviously, but I was running around with a group of my white friends at the time.
Okay.
And we were going through town. I can't remember where we were going. We were doing something. We were going through town.
McDonald's, isn't it?
No, not McDonald's. We were going. And I remember, so we were going past the police. About 5 of them just grabbed me, like randomly.
Just grab you?
Grabbed me out of everyone. Grabbed me, yeah. Put me up against the wall, and they started searching me. I was like, "What's going on? Listen, relax, yeah."
And you have the curly hair and that.
When I had my cameras, yeah.
Alright, I thought it was
And they started patting me down,
I thought you were selling drugs to them.
Bruv, and then I asked, what's going on? Like, why did you guys grab me? And they said, oh, our dog sniffed you. And when it does that, it's usually someone like has drugs.
They thought you were selling drugs to them.
They grabbed me, right? They pat me down. We carried on walking. And I was like, this is bullshit, bro. My boy goes, that was lucky. I said, why? Because I'm the one who's got the drugs. Fam, bruv, and he had bear with him, and I thought, man, that's
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying though? But bro, they thought you
they thought me.
were selling drugs to them. They seen you.
But it's not even the first time. Like other times, like people come up to me and said, "Bro, yo, I want to get some drugs."
Yeah,
that's mine. I'm used to that already.
I've had niggas. I'll be with my missus in a car, just pulled up, and I've niggas coming up to me, asking me for things. I'm like, brother, you just see a black guy in the car. Even down to that lets you know that it's not good for us, fam. Like we're proper highlighted in that area.
Yeah.
Like even Carlo was speaking about it. He you know the rapper.
Yeah.
He was he was selling T-shirts and stuff at one of his shows. Collected a large amount of money. Just going to the bank to put it in. He's putting a large amount of money, and obviously next to him there's another brother, black, putting a large amount of money, and he's thinking, hey, I wonder what he does. He must be a drug dealer or something. And this is a Carlo. He said, you see that systematic setup that makes you think that he's a drug dealer, knowing that I'm a black businessman putting in money, but for some reason I automatically think that he's up to something dodgy.
Right.
The system is set up.
Yeah, it's the way. It's programmed into us, and even we don't realize it sometimes that we're being exactly what we preach against.
100%. Bro, like there's a documentary on Netflix at the moment. It's called The 13th. Watch it. It's very good. Watch it.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I think it's every 4 black people that they show it on handcuffs and TV, only one of them is guilty.
Right.
But they show 4. So that every 4 black people you see on the TV in handcuffs looking like a criminal, they will show 4 of them, only one of them is actually guilty of a crime. But it's so publicised. It's like if you see a sign every day that says, I don't know, hello, whatever, blah, 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 some lyrics afterwards. Every single day for your life, if someone asks you, have you seen that sign, you're going to know it off by heart, without even trying. Yeah. And that's what the media event is, media and the portrayal of black people is like at the moment.
Yeah,
so that's why so many of us...
criminal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's a systematic, that's why I said when it comes down to the Black Lives Matter thing, we need a pinpoint. You can't just have a group of people going, we've had enough. You need a group of people plus the guy leading the people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the problem is, to take a leadership position of something so strong, very likely you're going to
I
get
reckon it
killed.
should be at least a big group of people, like
Well, 5, like when Martin Luther King was...
Well, like a cabinet.
Yeah, when Martin Luther King,
himself.
Martin Luther King was at its, let's say, prime in the protests and civil rights movement, he had people working for him, working with him.
Yeah.
So like there was a group of people, I'd send you over there to speak to this people, but obviously he was the guy that would end up. There's always got to be a leader.
See, but the thing is, like there are people like that set up, right? But they don't get spotlight. So say for example, I'm sure there is someone in this country who was fighting for racial equality before any of this happened.
Yeah.
But media don't care about them.
It's difficult, bro. That's what I'm saying. That for it to be real change, like
You know what? I see a post about someone like trying to reach out to the BLM movement, like whoever's running the organisation on it.
Yeah.
And they responded saying that they don't want to publicise their life and themselves in case of because they will get death threats and all that kind of shit.
100%. You can't understand if you, bro. For example, all the civil rights people. Yeah, that's why that documentary I'm telling you about is so sick. All the civil rights people that have ever come forward and marched and been the front line, have had the full weight of the law against them. The full weight. Like in America, the full weight of the law, fam. And imagine America's not a joke. It's a big country. You can go to jail for years for anything over there. So like the full weight of the law. We are literally against a system that is set up so that if you go against them, you can go to jail or you can die. Now that's the risk factor for anyone that decides to be frontline of BLM, because it's bigger than, it's probably one of the biggest protests and collective people I've seen in my whole life. You're talking everywhere.
I'm proud of that, man. I'm proud to be living in the time that I'm seeing.
But I'm only going to be happy if there's change.
Yeah, of course. And I want to be like, oh yeah, I was there.
Yeah, well, like people saying, oh, you're going to go to the marches, and I said, bro, like especially when Tommy Robinson was chatting, I was like, bro, you see, if I go there, I'm just going to be another, because I'm going to get violent. Like I know for a fact I can't hold tongue. Nobody can say racist slur to me.
It's instigation, isn't it?
Huh?
It's an instigation.
Yeah, you can't. That's why it's better not to go. Like Akala said, if that's what you will end up doing, don't go there, because it's truth. Like if somebody says something to me in that way, like, what do you expect me to say? I'm not gonna. If someone calls me a nigger, I'm not gonna be like, oh you. No, bro. There's no talking. Like there's no talking. What do I need to talk to you about? So that's why I wouldn't go to the protest, but. If there was a position for me to fill that was needed, like if it gets organised more and it becomes an actual, political movement and proper strong forces and like we're making change, then I'll be in the schools helping out where I can, or I'll come and do my part. I won't be able to play the role of like a Malcolm X or nothing like that because I'm just not built for that. Too hot-headed.
That's a whole different breed.
Yeah, you've got to be so clean-minded. Yeah, you've got to be so clean-minded. It's like Mike Tyson was saying about Muhammad Ali. Have you seen the interview? He's like, he'll die for this. I won't die for this. He starts crying. He understands that. You see, like Muhammad Ali, it's a different breed of person. For a person, he would literally, bro. My guy was willing to lose everything. But
you have to also look at obviously. Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali living at different times.
Yeah, of course.
They both dealt with struggle, but
you've got to be with it, bro.
Muhammad Ali was dealing with it when it was at his peak.
Yeah.
So I feel like the eyes were really on him to do something.
You have to be really bold.
Even like LeBron James at the moment, I feel like the world is on the eyes of like some of these athletes.
Yeah, but
to stand up and speak.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be.
They shouldn't be. I agree.
Michael Jordan documentary.
Which one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
because at one point, I can't remember, it was a movement that was popping off, innit? Yeah, I think it was the Rodney King riots and that, and like what's it called, Michael Jordan
didn't say anything.
Yeah, didn't say anything. And
like, I think it was about one of the mayors that was going for senator, and Michael Jordan didn't like speak.
Yeah, he didn't run. He was a black. It was a black.
It was a black senator.
He didn't. Yeah, something like that.
He didn't say anything, and everyone was like, "Why is he not saying anything?
Why are you not picking him up?"
And then he was like, "Listen, I'm an athlete, bro."
Yeah, that's what it should be, bro. Like we shouldn't.
But at the same time, you reckon it was wrong though? Because like, even though you're an athlete, you're an icon of the black community. Many black kids want to be like you or similar to you.
Bro, look, you see what it is, right? Like with these political things. I always think if you're gonna talk on anything political, if you're going to talk on anything political, what, 5 seconds?
It should be done.
Yeah, done.
Oh man!
I needed a break anyway, bro. Jesus. What? Can we have like a water?
Right, go on.
What we're saying, we have to cut.
Gosh.
Yeah.
What?
fucked. I'm like, I was trying to Michael Jordan or something.
But yeah, man, like all of this stuff with Black Lives Matter, obviously it's a good positive movement that's happening in the world right now.
100%, man.
And I think it's something that everyone should be backing. And basically, if you're not backing it, fuck you. Like essentially, straight up, like fuck you if you're not backing it.
Straight.
But guys, we love that you guys have joined us here today again. We're back. I think this is a little round of applause, bro.
You made it mad long.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, nah.
We're back, and we'll see you in the next episode.
We're going to be doing some more shit. I can keep saying we are going to be doing some more shit. We've got plans, and we're going to do it the next 6 months.